Hello, y'all. How's everyone doing this morning? Hopefully, you are creating your own heaven on earth. I've really been thinking about the social movement project type of thing. I was thinking about, like, what if we all took responsibility for who we are? What if we chose to not pay attention to what so-and-so doing or what so-and-so's negativity that they're throwing around? What if we just chose to take responsibility for ourselves? Like, we're human. We're all the human race. That is our natural state. We're humans. We're in this body. I mean, we might as well, try something different. We are stuck in such a pickle right now that we don't know what to do. We are just trying to survive, but we don't know how to survive anymore. We're exhausted. I mean, yeah, we're just exhausted. And my suggestion for it is, hey, what if we did everything opposite of what we've been taught to do? Everything that has been conditioned in us, everything that has been, throw away the part, my previous videos about my personal point of view of connection to the world and the universe. Throw all that out. We're just humans. Like, let's get back to basics, back to human decency, back to I'm going to call this members' responsibility. Like, what is my responsibility as a human? Well, for sure, my main responsibility, is to love myself. I do believe that love is the highest frequency. And when you live from your heart, you are choosing to open up a portal. You're choosing to open up a different way of being versus through living through here. This is the living through your ego, through your mind, those intrusive thoughts that keep us from trying something different. What if we choose to, when someone's trying to control us or when we are trying to control someone else, just let it be. Like, that feeling that I know for me personally, I used to get this, and every so often it still happens, but then I'm able to catch myself. But this heat right here that just rises, that frustration, that anger, like, oh, that person's doing it again. Like, oh, it's like, I know that they're gonna do it, yet I still have the audacity to get mad. Like, once I've started to personally logically think about it and break it down, and journaling and everything, I've realized that everything that I have been taught by society, in school, friends, family, it's all survival tactics. It's all, how do we survive as humans? How do we, what do we do? Like, that's it. Like, what's the survival? Well, what if with everything that's happening, what if this is the time for us to swap the script? What if we try something different? What if we choose to love through our heart instead of listening to this and get mad and get frustrated? What if we chose to not control others and to be triggered and annoyed by them? What if we stopped looking at every single person and start, what they're wearing? That's their own, what if we chose to change our mindset to every single human is just trying to exist. They're trying to be their own version of authentic. There is a bazillion versions of humans out there. Like, when you look at it on a greater scale, there's a infinite amount of ways that a human can be, dress, talk, personality, all of that. There is a bazillion ways. Why do we try to put every single person in a box to fit our box and how we want to be and what makes us feel comfortable. Because that person is not us. They're not our soul. They're not our heart. So by trying to control them and to make them be someone that they're not meant to be, it ends up hurting you, and then it hurts them, and then it hurts the relationship, and then you're in this thought going, oh, that person's such a pain. Oh, why can't they just be? Like, you're literally sitting there creating that negative narrative. I've done it. I know it's taking me a hot minute to get out of that thought process, and I'm still working on it. With my husband, I have to do it all the time. He's trying to live his best life, and here I am just trying, where is he? And then I have to come in, I have to breathe, he's his own person, he's doing what is right for him. I cannot fault him for that. I cannot be angry at him living his own life. You know, like, why? Why have I allowed myself, and how have we allowed ourselves as humanity to get to that point? But then when someone else does the same thing to us, we get mad as well. But we're doing it to them, and we just keep throwing this crap towards each other and negativity towards each other. We keep throwing the crap, our conditioning, our belief systems, and it's just a never-ending cycle. So, like I said, with this as a social movement or whatever you want to call it, like, let's try something different. Let's throw the script out. Let's not listen to this. Anytime there's that narrative that comes in, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I can't believe. Oh, look what they're doing. Oh, look what she's wearing. Oh, can you imagine being with that? Like, all of that, that's not you, baby. That's not you. That is not you. Those are the intrusive thoughts. That is the conditioning. That is the fear. That is the yuck that we have all been doing. I do it to you. You do it back. I do it to them. I do it to the hardworking person. Something happens. Oh, it's all their fault. Like, where is the member's responsibility? Y'all, where is it? When do I choose to stop in my tracks and say, I'm not going to play this game. I'm tired of being angry. I'm tired of being frustrated. I am tired of feeling like I have to control everything so I could feel like I got some control of something. And we're trying to do that because we don't want to listen to ourselves. We don't want to take that step back and look at a bigger, grander world of like, crap, I've been screwing this shit up. I have crapped on this person, and I traumatized that person, and I did this and I did that. Yeah, so-and-so traumatized me too, and that person did that. Yeah, it is what it is, but we keep doing it to each other. Like, we don't know anything else. And I do believe in my heart and soul, like all the way down deep in here, that there is a chance for change. There is. But it only starts with us as individuals. It only starts with who we are meant to be. To take responsibility of who we are as a human. To take responsibility for my own actions. And when someone else is acting out, guess what? My mind and my belief system says they've been traumatized and they don't know how to deal with their emotions. They've never been taught that. And is that a me problem or a them problem? Unfortunately, it's a them problem. But I'm not going to be mad and cause that to throw my day off. Well, that person was mad, so I should be mad too because they threw my day off and I was having a great day. No, baby. No, baby. You had a choice. I have a choice. We all have choices. We all have choices. And based on how I react to someone else having a bad day is my choice. But I shall not dare blame that person for me overreacting. They don't know what they're doing. They're stuck in survival mode. So are you, and so have I. And there are days where my survival mode still comes out. And I swap like that, and I'm like, argh. But then I've gotten to the point of where like, oh, I don't like that version of myself. I don't like being that person. Then I have to stop, take a deep breath, and collect myself and whatever else. And sometimes I have to apologize. And that is the crappiest thing to do, because at that point you have to take responsibility for your actions. And you have to say, crap, I screwed up. I made a boo-boo. It's hard. It's hard to drop into your heart. It's hard to drop into doing something different when everyone else is still in the same mindset. And then this thing, my brain, my conditioning has gone to me and has told me, well, that sounds so stupid. Why do we have to do something? Everyone else is also responsible. Well, it takes time. It took us this long to get to an absolute shit show of society. Well, it might as well probably take us just as long, maybe a little bit sooner, if we choose to go, okay, let's try something different. Let's not react. Let's look at every single person as an individual who is stuck in trauma mode. As shitty as it sounds, what can you do about it? You can't. I can't do anything about it. I could only take care of myself. I could only choose to love them. And when they're having a meltdown or whatever it is, less is more. And sometimes those nagging comments of, well, if you would have done that, you wouldn't be doing this, or putting them down like, well, you caused it on yourself, like that's your fault. Like those things don't help. They're horrible. But we don't know how to stop, because this part has been conditioned. We've all been conditioned. And I still do it, but I have to catch myself. You know, and it hurts because there's a part of you going, but I want to say it. No, we don't do that anymore. We choose to live from the heart. And this part, that does not like that. And it's going to fight you. And I'm going to tell you, it is going to fight you. And you trying to do something different is going to fight you. You're going to be a stubborn child, and you're going to pout yourself, and you're going to... But if you choose to do something different, opposite of what you have ever done, it's revolutionary. It's different. It's something that we all need right now. And that is also part of self-love towards yourself. It's you get to see a version of yourself that is made in the image of love. You get to choose to love yourself, because then at that point you are changing your own internal terrain. And when you change your internal terrain, the world around you changes. You get a little bit more inner peace. Things happen a little bit differently. You slow down. Things that we have never expected or wanted to do, or even, thought about, because we don't know anything else. We don't. But we're trying. We're trying to do something different. And, you know, I honor you for trying something different, to think differently, to want some change in your life, you know, because we all want peace and love at the end of the day. We want peace and love all around the world. Yeah, we don't know how to get there. So why don't we choose to do members' responsibility and take care of our own crap? Forget about so-and-so. Forget about them. Well, you know how they are. Forget about it. Take care of yourself. Stand up for your boundaries. Stand up for who you are. And if someone doesn't understand you and starts telling you crap for you choosing to take care of your life, well, again, that's a them problem, not a you problem. It's a you problem once you allow them to come into your field and allow them to get into your mind and get annoyed and frustrated. Like, well, I'm trying to do this and they said, and that's their lens. Their lens is through their traumas. Their lens, their perception is through the yuck that they were never allowed to do. And the fact that they can't do it triggers them. You're going to trigger people. I know I'm going to trigger people. But there's nothing I can do about it. Because if I trigger someone, if I try to not trigger people, that means that I'm not living my life. I'm trying to put on a mask for so-and-so and so-and-so and that person and the cashier, and then I'm trying to be the most perfect person in the world, which does not exist. Does not exist. The perfect person exists only when they love themselves and they live from their heart. I guess perfect person doesn't really exist. I mean, you are who you are. Perfect person would be the authentic self. But perfect is a label, and I don't like labels. That's the thing. It's like, I want to use the word perfect, but you can't use perfect because perfect doesn't exist. It's a yin and a yang. It's a balance. It's who you're meant to be. That would be perfect. But that's going to be with the frustration and anger and the highs and lows of life. That is being able to take care of your inner crap, to know when to react and not react, when to say something and when not to say something. But we don't ever give ourselves that chance because we're in here and we don't know how to get out of here. The only way to get out of here is by trying something different. The only way to get out of here is to choose to try something different, to see the world differently, to understand that I can't control that person. I had a cool little thing that I journaled about controlling, and hopefully it makes sense. So I wrote, you can't control people. You can't put people in boxes. It's also done to you, and then you do it back to them, and because everyone does it, I have to do it. We do not know how to be anything else. When we do try, we get ostracized, made fun of, and our ego takes a hit and we quit. What if I told you, who effing cares? You are an adult. Choose your life and don't complain when it comes back to you. So if you're throwing crap around, you're going to expect crap back. But when you stop and you choose to think differently, you are also a vessel for that light. You are a vessel for those that are around you, to show them, hey, you can be different. Look, I've been able to go from here to love. You are now a vessel for an example. You are changing your inner circle around you. And that is so scary to be and do, and to take on that responsibility. And I know every single one of you, your brain's probably running wild right now. Like, oh, you can't tell me blah, blah, blah. Or, oh, I can't do that. You don't know my life. You don't understand what happened. I really don't care. You don't know what has happened to me. You don't know what I've been through. Just like I don't know what you've been through. All I'm talking about is us taking a moment, and past is the past. You can't do anything about it. That's it. It's past is the past. We are right now. We're trying to change our future. How do we get to that change of our future? We can't get to that change of the future if we don't take care of the present moment and the now. Well, how do we choose to take care of the present moment and the now? Well, that's not being in here and trying to be angry and frustrated and control and all of that other stuff. It's choosing to drop into this, into your heart, and do anything opposite of what you normally would. So if that thought tells you, well, that's your fault for doing that, don't say that. That's love right there. That's the sacred path of love. That is not saying anything. It's great. Someone is doing their thing, your crazy aunt, or I don't know, the uncle, the family member, the friend that's always does their thing. Oh, can't believe I have to see them. We all have one, I'm pretty sure I'm one, but who cares? Like, let them be them. They are who they are because of their traumas. They are who they are, and you are who you are, and you get to choose how you react. So if you're going in with, oh, they're that person, oh, I don't want to deal with them, blah blah blah, then you're creating you're creating you problem, and you're not doing it out of love because you're in your head. Now you could go in like, oh, Can't imagine what auntie or whoever it is, or that person or that cashier has gone through in order to just be so negative. Like, put yourself in their shoes. Like, what has happened to that person for them to be who they are? Like, what traumas? Who has hurt them so much? Who has nitpicked at them? Who has judged them? Who has backstabbed them so much that they are so them? Like, how did they get to that point? We forget about that. We forget about the compassion that comes with choosing a different path. And that's why it's so, I think that if we all chose to take care of our shit, our own personal, not what everyone else is doing, not what so-and-so, what my adult child's doing. You don't understand. He still lives here and does that. Well, who cares? You nitpicking at him does not help. He's trying to survive, trying to be the best version that he can be of the disappointment that all he gets out of his own family or friends. Like, that sounds miserable. That's to be on that receiving end of just being put down all the time. You think it's helping, but it's not. It's hurting them. You're creating more traumas for them. And I'm so sorry to say that. You know, that friend that, she keeps doing that all the time, or she just keeps getting the wrong boyfriends or girlfriends if it's a guy friend, you know, whoever, whatever it is. Well, you're talking crap behind their back, but B, why do you think that is? At the end of the day, we all want to be loved. We all want to be accepted. We all want to be part of that community, that feel good feel, you know, that feeling that we're all searching for, that love. That's why they're doing it, because they're not getting love from their friends. They know that they're getting judgment from their friends and their family. And they want to find that one person in the world that maybe could make them happy. But we forget that the only person that can make us happy is ourselves. And to search for love elsewhere doesn't work either, because it just backfires, because here we are. What if we took care of our own shit? Like, what if we just stopped looking at other people for the shit that they do? What if we stopped talking about the crap that they do? Granted, dinners and get-togethers with friends would probably be a little bit awkward and quiet, but at the same time, that would change our own inner terrain, because we're no longer attaching negative feelings and cords to that person or to that scenario. We're not rehashing all of that yuck. You know, like, at one point, when do we choose to stop? Where does the buck stops? I know for me, it stops with me. I'm in control of my own stuff. And I've already triggered some people. I have already shined my light enough to where I have lost a couple friends. And I'm okay with it. It is what it is. We change, we grow. That's the cycle of life. I've realized that I can't control other people. And how they see me through their lens, that's a them problem, not a me problem. You know? I've created it when it's a me problem, when I choose to believe that there's something wrong with me and then I should have changed, and I need to apologize and I need to communicate all the time. Like, oh, no. At that point, it's just a cycle, vicious cycle again. It stops. Okay, they don't want to be friends. Great, whatever. They saw something in me that was annoying or frustrating. I don't know. Whatever it is. You know, we're all a little kooky out here. I mean, we're kooky to be in this world right now. But here we are. And I'm kooky for wanting to change the world. And I'm going to change the world with changing myself. To allow every single person that chooses to walk this earth, to let them be them. To allow them to live their life to the fullest and to support them. They're a lost soul. They don't know how to deal with their emotions. They don't know how to say I love you. They don't know how to hug. They don't know how to express their feelings. They don't know a lot of things. Unless you know, you don't know. And because I know doesn't mean that so-and-so knows. But we put that same pressure on them. And then again, it's a vicious cycle. And it always comes back to me. Every single time, it always has come back to me. And I'm going to stop it. And I'm going to maybe, I guess, talk about it, bring it up, but use some examples. I don't know where this channel is going. But I have realized that this is my life. This is my thoughts. This is what has controlled me for 4 decades at this point. This is what has controlled me. Every single time I looked at something, or whatever, or talk to so-and-so at the same, as they're talking, I am judging or talking in my head as they're talking. Like, that's not normal. Like, that's not normal. I've also realized I love mirror talk because I believe it's a portal into your heart. Like, we talk about looking into our spouses, our loved ones' eyes and having that connection. Well, why can't I have that connection with myself in the mirror? And the first time I did it, I just remember bawling my eyes out. Like, it was just an absolute wreck. But because I came in there, I read a post on social media. Oh, tell yourself I love you. See what happens, right? I went like, oh, that's effing easy. Yeah, I'm just going to go do that. Yeah. I couldn't. I got as I'm saying out loud, I love you. The thoughts of, oh, you're ugly, you're crappy. Do you know what you did today? You are a loser. Like, flood of emotions, anxiety, everything. Instant bawling. I don't know how long I bawled for, but I bawled. I realized I have a problem. And I realized that as I'm trying to consciously speak about something, lovingly, this is going, and I'm like, ooh, something doesn't add up. Something doesn't math. And here we are. And yeah, I'm going to call it member's responsibility. As a human, I'm a member. You're a member, and every single person that walks this earth in this human body is a human. Let's make a human member's responsibility. Like, let's take care of our own crap. Not control others. Not expect them to be our version of who we believe we need them to be. Just let people be. They want to wallow in their own shit. Let them. I love the let them theory. I have my theory that you problem versus them problem. That's my theory. But it's all interconnected. It's how you choose to process it through your mindset and through your lens in order to be able to make those conscious decisions and those changes. For me, part of it was hitting rock bottom. I hit a certain rock bottom and I didn't know what else to do, so I did everything opposite. That's how I got to this point, because I was tired of this shit. And everyone else was triggering. I was triggering everyone, and it was always anger and always frustration. And I literally can see I was able to slow it down to the point of where in an interaction, so-and-so is talking, and I can see myself like from a different dimension. I can't explain it. From a different thing as I'm acting out and throwing the shit back. Like, this is stupid. Why am we doing this back and forth? Why can't I stop? Why? It's this. Little mind chatter, the ego, the subconscious. This part tries to keep us comfortable. This is the part that yaks. It's the part that conditioning, the belief system, the traumas, all of the separation and all of the, what is that called? a score list, score log. I don't know. Yeah, score log. Yeah, score list. Tick for tack. This. It keeps track. Boop, boop, boop. This happened in the past, and it lives in the past. It doesn't know how to live anything else except in the past, and keeps you from living your future and your present moment, because it says this happened and this happened and that happened, and then it's a mess. It's all starts up here, and that's why I say it's members' responsibility. How do you choose to present yourself to the world? How do you choose? What thoughts do you choose to think? What belief system? I am unraveling my belief systems from things that I have been raised as, the way I have learned things out in the world, from all of the things that have happened. Like, I'm unraveling all of that, and I'm realizing that it wasn't mine. It was stuff that doesn't fit with who I am, because when I think about it, I'm like, that sounds stupid. I believe that? Well, but that law, and then you just break it down and you're like, oh, well, that, okay, eat that. And then it's like, okay, and then it ends up coming back up to the surface to see like whether or not that belief system stays with you. And, you know, you may have a couple of days of great days of trying take on members' responsibility, but then you'll fall off the wagon and you have to try again, and that's okay. Just try again. I've fallen off the wagon so many times. I'm still learning. You know, I'm still doing what I'm doing. But guess what? The only difference is I'm choosing to do it because I understand, for me, that I'm the only one that's responsible for myself. I can't help what so-and-so does. I can't help what my spouse does. I cannot help what my family does. I cannot help what anyone else does except me. I could have my standards, but I don't need to maintain those standards for other people. I don't have to, you know, like, it's a balance. And we don't know how to balance because we haven't been able to balance. We've never been taught to balance. We're in survival mode. We all are in survival mode. And bless your heart for being here. Thank you so much for watching the video. We're all in survival mode at this point. And choosing to take responsibility for ourselves, I believe, is the first step to creating our own heaven on earth, but also being able to show the world that the world can be different, that the way that we interact can be different. But we can't do it if I don't take control of my actions and my reactions. That can't happen if others don't see how to do it. Because we don't know how to do it. All we know is negativity, chaos, crap, putting people in boxes, labels, good, bad, black, white, this, rules. Like, we don't know what to do. Because if we do this, then we get in trouble. If we do this, we're in trouble. If we do this, then we make so-and-so unhappy. If we do that, then all crap breaks loose. And if we do this, then we're unhappy. You know, and if we want to do something that makes us happy, then we're selfish, and guilt, shame, and everything else comes into play. And it's just a vicious cycle. So, if we choose to, again, let people be. Let people be. Take control of yourself, whatever that means. Love yourself. Love others. Give off love. Be that example. Choose to get out of this head. And with time, hopefully, you know, I'll be able to... I've come up with some tips and tricks that have worked for me. And I guess I just need to speak what works for me. And this is just me. But it is that simple, but it is hard. Because you are going against the grain of what you have been taught. You are going against the grain of society. You are going against everything that we have been taught, been, and are currently. And what we're surrounded by. So when we choose to do something different, then the world looks at us. You can see the glares. You can see the weird faces. We'll hear the comments. But guess what? The only answer that you have to give them, I'm trying something different. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of being in chaos. I'm tired of being in survival mode. Why does what I do matter to you? I'm trying to do my best. I'm just trying to survive out here. I'm trying something different. That's all that it has to be. You don't have to have a big written out explanation of why you're doing what you're doing. That's it. Let people do what they're doing, but be the example. Choose yourself. Choose members' responsibility. Choose love. Choose the sacred path of being one with yourself. Find out what that beautiful soul, that sparkle that is you. That miracle that is walking this planet Earth. That miracle that is getting sunshine down, that gets to walk, that gets to be, to breathe. If you're breathing and you're here, you are a miracle. Our breath is our fire. Our breath is our life force. It is what determines our nervous system, how it runs, how we exercise, how we do all of that, how we choose to breathe. Our anxiety is all through how we breathe, but also because this all is all interconnected. And when you shift one part of you, everything else needs to shift with it. And it's going to feel scary and it's going to be different. Your body's going to go into anxiety mode. I know that because that happened to me. And it still does sometimes. It still sometimes gets into like this fearful mode of we're trying something different. We're out here, you know. And it takes time and it takes practice. It's not instant. And it's not a short-term goal either. It's not a destination. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of living. And it's not going to change your world right away. But know that it's changing your inner world. Know that it's making a difference for you. Know that sooner or later, when enough people choose the sacred path of love, choose to take on their members' responsibility as a human, we get to change the world. We get to live our life to the fullest and create our own heaven on earth. As humans, we get to choose. We can't choose for someone else. We can't make someone else. You know? My spouse doesn't believe anything close to what I believe in. We're on two spectrums. Yin and yang, opposites, black and white, all the labels. But it's also the law of duality. There's a balance. You can't have light without the dark. And to get to the lights, you have to go through the dark. That's how it's a cycle of life. But right now, we're stuck in a loop where there is no cycle of life. It's just destruction, destruction, destruction. Hate, hate, hate. Dislike, dislike, dislike. We don't know what to do. Ancestors hurt me here. These people hurt us here. This race did this. This religion did that. Like, we don't know anything else different. There is labels, boxes, and if you don't fit in, we don't know what to do. It's a shit show. We live in a shit show right now. Truly, we live in a shit show. How do we change something? One member at a time. One member at a time. Member's responsibility. And that's all that can be. Anyways, I love to talk, don't I? I have so much to say. Oh my goodness. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you. I want to send all the love, all the blessings to everyone on earth, to all of the humans, to all of the animals that keep us company, to all of the nature that's around us, to all of everything. Everything that makes us human, that makes us this world. Even the negative, because without the negative, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be longing. We're longing for change. We're longing. But we don't know what to do. So let's throw out the script. Try something different. What's the worst that could happen? We like each other. We could actually have a conversation with that person that we have been despising. And it would be pleasant. Wow, that could happen. I don't know. Get a little bit of inner peace. Maybe be able to exist a little bit lighter. Be able to walk with a little bit less anxiety. Like, for me, that sounds fabulous. And I would love that for every single human. I would love inner peace for every single person. Because at the end of the day, that inner peace will bring peace to the world. And we could all love each other. We could all coexist with nature, with all of the animals, with all of the everything. With everything. But we can't until we don't coexist with ourselves. And we're afraid of ourselves. And that's okay. That's why we're here. We're choosing to try something different. So, anyways, I love to talk. Y'all have a blessed one. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. To creating our own individual heaven on earth. And then sooner or later, collectively, we've all created a heaven on earth. But it doesn't start with everyone. It starts with one person. And that starts with me. And I honor you for joining the challenge or not joining the challenge. You can do you, boo. But I'm ready to change the world one soul at a time. And I'm going to change mine. Y'all have a blessed you have a blessed day. Bye.